everybody, my name is Jess, the Tarot-tunist, and I have a timeless pick a card message just for you. At this moment, where you're at, where do we go from here? I want you to pick a pile, the one that you're drawn to the most. I have 3 images to choose from. Pile number 1, Tomatillo. Pile number 2, Tin Man Juice, 2%. Very important. And lastly, pile number 3, a Thicc sparkler with 2 C's. Go with the pile that you were drawn to, and I'll see you there. Toodles. Hello, everybody who chose pile number 1, Tomatillo. This message is just for you. Where should we go from here? All signs are welcome, but these are the signs that I felt most drawn to with all the cards that we pulled for today. That would be Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, and Aquarius. Tomatillo. It looks like a little green tomato that has like a big shell on it, like a papery shell. Anyways, what I got for you, pile number 1, immediately, you might be seeing the number 6, the number 222, the number 666. I get that your mind is racing. I get that you're kind of in your head and you're go, go, go. I get that you might be having something to do with your Achilles tendon, some type of muscle soreness, even in the neck. I'm getting your joints. You're just stiff. You could be feeling very, not anxious, but antsy, like you can't really relax. You know what I mean? And I get that you definitely are indulging in yourself. So it's not that you're not trying to relax. It's more your soul is restless. But what I'm getting for you, pile number 1, is where you should go from here is Dominion. That would be the 2 of Wands in the classic deck. We also have the card of the Child, which is fun, play, getting into the swing of things. And I'll get into this card later. I hate how they're written, but essentially it just says you need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. You are rushing. It's almost like you're matching how you feel on the inside with your outside world, and it's go, go, go. And really what you need to focus on, the next big thing in your life, is something that you can call your own, something that puts you in the driver's seat, something that is big. I get that you need a lot of open space. I get right now that you could be either traveling to a large body of water, or maybe you just saw a large body of water, or you're craving a beach trip. But ultimately what I'm getting for you, pile number 1, is yeah, you need dominion over your turf. You are in a state of power right now. You're not powerless, but I get that you feel very stuck. And it's really because you're not allowing yourself to be playful and really to enjoy the things that you have fully, allowing yourself to be in the moment because you're worrying about the next step. It's like, yeah, the weekend's great, but what are the rest of the week? You know, it's going to be bullshit. I've been there. There's no easy way to say, no, you're wrong, because you're not wrong. So now we need to focus on where can we place your dominion? Where can we place your turf? And even if it's something like car ownership, home or condo ownership, whatever the case may be, even a new profession, or just owning the sense of who you are, I just get, as soon as we can master that, then the playfulness will come back. It's just because you don't feel secure where you're at. We have leaving and determination. So you might be in a romantic relationship, you might not be. This is going to be platonic or romantic, but I do see that you definitely are, I wouldn't even say actively mourning, but you're definitely leaving and having moments of sadness about someone going in and out of your life, someone that's not totally gone from your life, someone that's always keeping tabs, but they are just admiring your determination, your drive, your moxie. I get that. It's interesting though. You could have children with this person. You could have just had a general sense of strong community with this person. I get that the reason why you also feel the way you're feeling, it's not directly related to this, but it is a little bit. You had to stifle your voice in a lot of ways. And I get that you have, ever since this breakup, ever since a split or a shift in your mind, you have worked on getting yourself in a place of power. You just want something that's yours. And I see your determination. I see it coming through. And I see that there's a reason why it's becoming a slow process. And I get ultimately it's because you need to learn how to enjoy where you're at. It's like the old school, like the guy who makes his own business but doesn't make time for his family or vacations. It's always work, work, work until, you know, cats in the cradle, silver spoon situation. You just need something that's yours. And I get that you have been having a lot of big thoughts, a lot of dreams that really put you in a position of power that maybe you've never been in before. And I get that you've been having to stifle that and you don't want to do that anymore, and you shouldn't have to. So let's get a tarot message. Let's break it down even more. I get that you also might be diving deep, maybe 23andMe or your ancestry, really diving into what makes you you. And I get that you, out of all your family, have really taken the time to work through the trauma that your parents, your grandparents have really passed down to you, whether they meant to or not, right? We're human. And I get that you have dealt with the baggage in a way that your family could never have even dreamed of, in healthier ways. And I get that you definitely need to get away from them. Pile, thank you. We have the Knight of Wands, so a lot of fire energy. Oh. So here's the thing, I'm getting, yeah, you're just really restless, you're anxious, you want to get out there, and what Spirit, God, the universe wants to tell you is that's not a bad thing to have this sense of purpose. I almost get that you were like, fuck it, I don't even care about my job anymore, I just want to go. Don't be like the Knight of Wands in reverse. Don't be so chaotic that you can't lead and that you can't get to your destination effectively, because you can. But if you let your emotion completely override it, you're going to do things that you regret. We have the Five of Wands and the Hangman in the upright. So I get that because you feel stuck, you're internalizing a lot of voices that aren't even yours. I get that you just feel very different from your surroundings, or maybe you feel you've outgrown a lot of things in your life and you're wanting a big change. And right now it's like you feel like you're being teased and you're just staying there. You're like, fuck, I just want to go. Why am I not going? It's because it's not quite time yet. There's still a lesson that you're embarking on. There's still part of the mountain that you're not quite over. But as soon, you'll know. As soon as you get there, you'll know. But your focus right now needs to not be these small fishes. Not like, okay, maybe another apartment, or okay, maybe just another job. Maybe it is those things, but I get it's even bigger. I get that Spirit, God, the universe is pushing you to really like go, because you already done the homework and it's time for you to enjoy the knowledge, the freedom that you created for yourself. I also get that, yeah, you just feel very imprisoned. You might be watching like jail shows or documentaries. We have the Two of Swords in the upright, followed by the Empress in reverse and the Moon in reverse. So I get that you have really successfully worked on a lot of motherhood trauma. And you even have kids. So maybe you have children, but ultimately what I'm getting is that you have successfully done the homework that you need to get to the next phase in your life. And the next phase for you is to completely be different and continue the renovation process that is yourself. I get that you just feel very teased by all the things in life. And what I'm here to tell you is that you have done the homework and it's time for you to enjoy it, but don't burn yourself out. Carve time out for yourself. The time isn't yet, but you will have a choice to make. And I do get in the fall, so in the next 3 to 4 months, something about the big Dominion project that you're working on is going to surface. It's going to bubble up. But I see that you're going to be able to handle it successfully only if you channel this aggression and that energy, that hot temper right now. And I'm not saying you have any of those things. I'm just, this is for a general audience. So I'm just getting that, enjoy that fire inside you. Don't let it burn you. Don't put it out. Just channel it in other things. You might not be able to move to New York tomorrow. You might not be able to go to Oregon or Paris next month, but you will get there, and you will have the opportunity to make a big decision within the next few months. And that's all strategically planned, lovingly selected by God, the universe. How do you want to close this reading out? I also get something to do with indigenous tribes. You might be indigenous, or you might be reading about indigenous tribes. I get that you really are inspired, like jail, indigenous tribes, like you're really inspired by the underdog, people that were entrapped in some level, because that's how you feel. Like you are really looking for encouragement at this time, and I'm here to tell you it's coming. Just be patient with yourself and really calm the horses inside. Lastly, we have the King of Wands in the reverse, followed by the Knight of Pentacles. You see what you want. A whole new version of yourself. A chance to reinvent yourself without the bullshit surrounding you now. It's coming. Not that you're not ready, but there's a part of you that still needs to get seasoned to make this big journey up the hill, okay? Your feelings, your sense of worth, and even, like, I get, like, you are confident, but it's turning into this, like, I can handle anything. Why can't I just fucking do it now? Don't let that run your decisions, because that person does not know how to climb the mountain slow and steady. That's your approach. Your time is coming. Be patient. Dream really big. Until next time. Love you. Hello, everybody who chose pile number 2, Chin Man Juice, 2%. This message is just for you. Where do we go from here? All signs are welcome, but I did write down the signs I most resonated with this pile. That would be Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. I get that you might be seeing the number 222. I also get the number 7, and I also get someone's birthday is coming up, either yours or someone very special to you, like really soon coming up. I also get something to do with a natural gemstone, a pearl, a diamond. Maybe you're, I get maybe you're going to be gifted that pretty soon, or maybe you're buying that for yourself. And I will say that you might have been drawn to pile 1. But what I will say, the difference between this pile and pile number 1 is that this is really talking about a connection. Romantic or platonic, this is telling you where to go from here, because I get that that's where you're at right now, you know? So we have the card of the 7 of Cups, the card of choices. And that's what Spirit, God, the universe wants you to know. Where you should go from here is to know just how powerful you are, knowing you have options. This is different than the Devil energy, because I don't feel that it's like this like super sticky situation, but I do get that whether romantic or platonic, this is somebody that you just are really drawn to. You guys have the same humor, you guys like the same music, and like I just get that there's a lot of yin and yang energy, right? And what I'm getting is the problem with this person is that man or woman, they ravish you, they love you, they come in, they express their love with you. The next morning, they'll share tenderness and intimacy that isn't sexual. They'll be open and vulnerable. But then you say something or do something, or something in their life just comes up and they go away. And I get that it leaves you in this state of chaos. And I get that you are having a breakthrough, and you have been having breakthroughs. I hate this card. I hate how they're written, but I love the message. And what it's honestly saying is that the breakthrough that you're having right now, and where you could help yourself get to if you're not there quite yet, is that yes, this person is immature, they're childish, maybe you share children with them, but I get that you're acknowledging your part in it too. I get that, look, it's like you can't control what they do, but you gave them the key to get in, or, you know, maybe not even to your heart, but like there's a lot of red flags that, you know, your part, you're just admitting your part and participation. I get that this is a person that you truly care about. Maybe you've known them since childhood. I get that you both have grown up together in some capacity, mature together. And I get that you have learned healthier back and forth with people, not just in a romantic sense, but platonically, with your job, even just with yourself, you know, like you don't punish yourself like you used to anymore, you know? And what you need to know is that it's not hopeless. It's not the end of the world. I know it doesn't feel good, but keep reminding yourself. I keep getting like a weighted blanket and a hug. Maybe even just getting, this is what I have, a stuffy. When I'm having a sad day, I just hug him. I'll cry in him. Sometimes I'll nom nom nom. I'll bite him. I feel like that's what you need to do, and take deep breaths and realize, okay, maybe I only have one or two options when it comes to this choice. But I don't have to keep harboring over it, and I can find other outlets. Like I can always find other windows if this door is closed. And I get it specifically with this person, and I think you're seeing, and I feel like I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I get that this person could also wear really awesome cologne or body spray. Like you admire them in a lot of ways, but I get that you're having a lot of breakthroughs in life, and it's forcing you to look at this relationship as, even though there's a lot of like goodness there, it's really just hormones and some memories, because you guys are quite different. And the truth is that they're not loyal the way you are. So let's see what the tarot has to say. You also might be getting a new tattoo or something to do with like an eyeball. Like maybe you're getting an eye tattooed, or a palm with an eye. Maybe you're getting new glasses. We have the Hierophant in reverse, followed by the Two of Wands in reverse. I'm gonna get one more card. Oh, that's a chonk. No, that's too chonky. One more for pile 2. Thank you. Then, so what I'm ultimately getting is that you have separated from this person. So this isn't a person that it's like constant back and forth, but I get that there's still lingering in some capacity. And what it's telling me is that you've already made the decision to walk away, to break the tradition, to break taboos in your life, to break the cycles of non-reciprocal give and take, breadcrumbs, if you will. But you don't feel very empowered at the moment. Like I said, it feels very like not good. It almost feels like you have the choice between broccoli or spinach when you're 7. You know what I mean? You're like, ah! So remind yourself that it's not the only vegetable. It's not the only person. It's not the only relationship you'll have. Even if it's the last romantic relationship, worst case scenario, and if this was romantic, it's not the last relationship you'll have. You know, you'll always have a sense of connection, because you're a person that really not just values it, but you draw in people. And I just get that it's just a little dark right now, but I don't get it's like it's bringing you down totally. It's just, it is bringing you down, but it's not like depression. Anyways, I digress. So you're just not feeling very, very empowered by your choices. But I do see that you, ever since separating from this, whether this person, this relationship, this even way of thinking, you've actually found a lot of success, pile number 2. You march to the beat of your own drum. You're finding your own sense of financial freedom and your own sense of success and independence. It's like Metallica and Megadeth. Like, you could be Metallica, but you're going to be Megadeth instead. You are going to be Dave Mustaine. You are going to not have the commercial success of Metallica, but you're going to always say the message that you want to without any real pressure to change, because you're funding it all. You're doing it your own way. And I'm getting that you are finding a lot of freedom in that, and just doing things outside of your tribe or even your past tribe. We have the Fool in reverse, followed by the Wheel in the upright. I get that you realize that you were making a lot of mistakes. Do you see the ram and that woman? That is you. Whether man or woman, you were holding on to either an idea, a person, a romantic relationship, whatever it is, you were holding on to them when they clearly were hard-headed and they wanted to do their own thing. And I realize, as painful as it is, you've truly learned how to let this person go. You're not going to chase them. If they want to be shitty and be like, fuck you, I'm leaving, or whatever, or however they do it, you're letting them go. You're not holding them back. And you truly are unlocking a new chapter for yourself of unlimited possibilities, of becoming a socialite that's well respected in her craft and field, but also somebody who really attracts fortune. And I get that you already have. I get that you could have recently ate some grapes. But honestly, I just get that you are finding your sense of worth and confidence, and luck is not only finding you, but as soon as you make the choices that you want to make, like really want to make, it's going to not only inspire your confidence, but you're going to be lucky, and you're going to get lucky. I see maybe even a little bit of sex attack. So maybe this is about relationship, but it doesn't have to be. If this isn't about a relationship, if you're like, this doesn't apply, friends and my love life are good, then I would say this is either a work relationship or an aspect of yourself. So we have the Star in the upright, followed by the King of Cups in the upright. So right now, I get that you aren't focused on love and romance. You aren't really focused on building new connections. What you're focused on is becoming a version of yourself that is completely untamable, powerful, and somebody who confidently makes decisions. And I get that your hope will be restored. And it currently is being restored, but you just need to be patient with yourself. And as soon as you make the choices, it will get better. I'm also getting the King of Cups. When you are ready, I get the next 4 months, more people are going to be coming in and out of your life, man or woman. Look out for water signs or an Aquarius sign. I get that the people that you're inviting in to become your new family, your new tribe, your new partner, they're going to be very emotionally open and very sensitive and very like attuned to you. You know, like they're not going to challenge the boundary. They're going to respect the boundary. Where this person's like the last person is like, no. The Ten of Swords in reverse. Just know that the situations, what is dead and gone, won't hurt you anymore as long as you don't keep revisiting it. And I get that you're doing that less and less because you see it so clearly now. So I hope that helped. Until next time, love you. Hey, pile 3. You chose Thicc with 2 C's Sparkler for your message. What next? All signs are welcome, but I did write down the signs that I most resonated with this pile. That would be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, and Sagittarius. I get something to do with the color green. Maybe you have green eyes, or the person that means something special, romantic or platonic, has green eyes. Could have bought something with green. You also could be interested in contacts, and you also might be seeing the number 333. I also get that Michael Jackson and David Bowie music would be you might be hearing a song like at the supermarket or somewhere and it's going to hit you in the feels, but I get that those artists have some messages for you that might be just really speaking to you, so go ahead and pop that in on Spotify. Ultimately, out of all the piles, where you need to head next, you have the Prince of Wands, which is the Page of Wands in classic tarot. You're not ready to take the world by the balls just yet. What you need to focus on is holding on to the reins and finding out where you want to go. Because right now, I feel like the spark was illuminated somehow. Maybe it was a trip, maybe it was a movie, maybe it was a song. Something ignited something inside of yourself, right? And it's making you want to explore the world, because I get your eyes are open. And that's really what you need to be focusing on, is what new things can I explore in my life? And if you're like, oh, I haven't had that moment yet, that's what we need to work on and cultivating. And I get that it's not just like finding fun things. This is your sense of fight, because you got fuck fear. It will lie right to your face, and it will. And I get that you've been really challenging not just stereotypes, but like your family's values, your friends' values, maybe even your significant other values. And I'm telling you, it's like you went to the school of hard knocks, and I get that right now you're not involved with anybody. Oh, sorry. Right now you're not involved with anybody. And I get that you really learned how to stand up for yourself in such powerful ways, pile number 3. And I get that your main focus is about doing the things that scare you. Fuck fear. What can't you handle? Like, look at yourself where you're sitting, right? You're watching me. Think of everything in the last 4 years that you've been through, or 2 years, last 2 years. Like, say out loud all the really fucked up hard things you had to go through. And you're here, you're having a good time. Hopefully you had a sweet treat. You know what I mean? Like, you have learned wisdom. I also get that you could have had a very overbearing dad, just a really hard-headed friend, just somebody in your life that's like a hard ass, like a real hard ass. And I get that and when it comes to your love life, your love sector, I get that there's a level of romanticism that you're dealing with. I get that you have all this learned wisdom, this backbone, this voice, this fight, this grit. But in your quiet time, you still retreat to the past memories of someone in particular. They could be a fire sign. They also could be a Pisces as well. I also get that they could be a musician on some level, or just an artist. Maybe they write or they express themselves somehow. That's what you were drawn to them. But what you need to remember, there's 2 people that you're dealing with. We have coat, covering, cloaked, save for a rainy day, hidden or visible, use caution. And then we have Space Ranger, which is hero, stand-up dude, a trustworthy person, a soldier to lean on, a soldier. Maybe this person's military. What I'm honestly getting is that you learned that you are a stand-up person, you have integrity, you know what it means to do the right thing, and you know your limitations and what you're willing to challenge. And you also know that this person, or even this shadow work, or that negative internal voice, that lingering parent, whoever it is, they're still there. But I get that you're able to protect yourself from them more than ever. I get that they also could be threatening your sense of security, like, oh, you're gonna leave my house if you're gonna do that, or I'm gonna move out if you do it. Like, do it. But I get that you don't have to worry about that. Honestly, your main focus is finding the things that light you up, because I get that, not just light you up, like skydiving. Let's say you're like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Oh, I could never do that, I'll shit my pants. Well, maybe it's time to really challenge yourself. You don't have to book that thing, but learn about it. That's really what you're doing. You're learning about life, and you're applying it to all these areas, and you're not letting yourself get fucked up. And that's a beautiful thing, because people take kindness for weakness. And I get that you're maybe soft-spoken, or you're just a softer soul. You feel things deeply. You're not a little kid, though. You're a grown-ass adult. And even if you are a little kid, you shouldn't be watching this, but if you are a little kid, you still have rights. You know what I mean? I get that you could buy new makeup, or you could be getting new bed sheets. That could be like maroon. We have, oh, that's a Chongus. We have Knight of Cups followed by the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So I get right now that you are just being really entranced by life, and you're ready to, here's the thing. You want to take an emotional journey with yourself. I get that you want to commit to something. You want to take your time. You don't want to rush into it. I mean, you would love it if it was here, but you're really like wanting to take an artistic approach and vision to life and to your own goals. And you're learning what lights you up, what doesn't light you up. And I get that when it comes to romance or just your emotional family, that they let you down and they could have really cut you with words. I get that you have always been the sacrificial lamb when it comes to your family, your group, maybe even your partner. I get a group of people. I don't get one person. I just get that you know what it means to have to stand up for yourself and fight. And there are some situations right now that are causing you to fight back, and you might not feel like it, but what Spirit, God, the universe wants to remind you is that fuck fear. You've already faced the worst. Now is the time to focus on what lights you up. I also get like a road trip. You might need a drive. We have the Emperor in reverse, followed by the Eight of Swords. So I get that somebody has imposed on you some really harsh boundaries, and you internalize them, and it's kind of kept you in this locked mindset, like maybe I can't do it, maybe it's too big, maybe the system's so rigged and fucked up that I can't make a real change. But the truth is that you can, that your enthusiasm and sense of wonderment in the life, the things that you're craving, the emotional journeys and taking your time, that's all going to happen, but it needs to come from a place of authenticity. That's all about the wands, is authenticity, you know? We have the King of Wands in the upright, followed by the Six of Pentacles. Right now, what you should be focusing on, or where to go next, is keep developing good give and take skills with people, learning about what a good community means. I also see the more you believe in yourself, the more you'll want to do things. I get that that's part of it. Like maybe you're feeling a little stuck, like I don't really feel like exploring. I feel tired. I don't want to fight anymore. Rest and nurture yourself. But then, like, let's say you do tarot every day and you're like, I just don't feel inspired to do this anymore. Where do I go from here? Put it down. You know what? Don't do tarot for a whole month. Take that pressure off yourself. It doesn't have to be the way that your parents, your grandparents, your school taught you. You can learn and do things your own way. Fight the system and fight back is ultimately what I'm getting. Thank you. Now, the person or the life that you are romanticizing, this is definitely a life or person. They could be an earth sign, they could have status, or maybe you're realizing that you're fighting for a life that doesn't even feel like you. You know what I mean? Like you're romanticizing this very like the white picket fence life, but it's not even you. And I get that you're seeing a lot of negative realities that it comes to like your friends and family circle. People are getting branded. Maybe you are having a lot of friends that are maybe marrying toxic partners or whatever the case may be. And I get that you're not letting yourself romanticize negative situations. But I get that the person that you might be romanticizing from time and time again, they definitely, I wouldn't say it's anything of substance, but they definitely are entertaining others. And it's because they're a sad person. It's because they're a person that likes to collect. They're a person that likes to be told they're pretty. And they're a person that really feeds off of their own sadness and they don't realize it. Like they feed their sadness. They don't try to heal the sadness. And how they feed the sadness or heal the sadness is with a lot of people. And that's not your style. Fuck fear. You're no one's second or third place friend or girlfriend or boyfriend. You're your own person. Don't let life knock you down. I do see good things happening. Just take your time. I hope that helped. Until later. Love you. Bye.